Hey guys, I hope you are doing well. So today in this video, I'll be talking about some tips and tricks so that it will be easy for you to solve reading comprehension. Now we all know that reading comprehension is very challenging, and at times the complexity and the level of passage is so complex that we cannot even understand the meaning or the context of the passage, let alone to solve the questions. So today I'll be sharing you some tips, and I'm sure that if you follow these steps and practice, you will definitely master reading comprehension. So without further ado, let's dive into the session with point number 1. Okay, so these are the tips for especially for CAT, but this can also be implemented and used for other examinations like XAT and OMITS as well. Okay, so if you are not a CAT aspirant, okay, if you are not a CAT aspirant, no worries. Okay, if you might be preparing for some other examinations, this can be used there as well. Okay, so point number 1. So the point number one is understanding the context properly. Now, what does this mean? This word context mean? See, what happens is, I have a lot of students talk to me, and they often tell me that, sir, it is very hard for me to understand the context. And if you are not able to understand the context, you just back and forth, you are just revisiting the passage. Okay, and that is of no help. That is itself, you are only killing the time. Okay, you feel the urge to go back to the passage. Okay, on and on, but this should be avoided. And why this happens? First, we need to address the problem. The problem is that you are not able to understand the context of the passage. You are just reading the passage. If you have made a target that you have to read the passage in 4 minutes, okay, you are taking that 4 minutes, but while spending or after spending that 4 minutes, you are not able to understand what the passage is trying to say. And just you are jumping in the question section, and you are not able to solve the questions. So this is the biggest challenge. This is the biggest challenge I have seen aspirants facing. Okay, so take it slow. All I can say is take it slow. If you are if you want to read fast, if you think that you should read fast, it's okay, but take it slow. If you are not able to read fast, or even if you are able to read fast and not able to understand the context, take it slow, no worries, because still you will take less time, because whenever you are revisiting the passage on and on, you are killing more time. So it is better to read slowly, right? So this was the first point. Now the second point is save unfamiliar passages for last. Okay, now what happens is, before appearing for any exam, we read many articles. Okay, there are various channels and various mentors who often tell you that read like different articles to improve your reading skills. Okay, but what happens is that sometimes in exams you see a passage on unfamiliar topic, or the topic you must have never come across. So what you should try to do is that you should skip those passages, and you should keep those passages for last part. You should solve, if you get the time, you should solve those or that type of passage last. Okay, in the last. Okay, don't take the questions in ego. Okay, that yaar mujhe to solve karna, mujhe to padhna, I am good at reading. Okay, even if you are good at reading, but unfamiliar passages can land you in trap. Okay, so bear this thing in mind. Now the third thing, हमारा third point क्या है? Third point is understand what the question is asking. Now this is also one of the most common thing that an aspirant faces. Why? Just let me give you 3 examples. See, first example, look at the question, what the question is saying. The question says, which one of the following cannot be inferred from the passage, right? And the second example, the second question says, which one of the following can be inferred from the passage. So what happens is that if you are reading very fast, okay, if you are reading very fast, you might escape or skip this word. You may not be able to see this word, or you may oversee this word, overlook. Okay, this cannot and can, this is negative and this is positive. So sometimes what happens is that if the question is asking which one of the following cannot be inferred from the paragraph, so you just overlook this part, cannot, and you are trying to do the opposite. You are trying to do just opposite as given in the instructions. Okay, last question, last example. Which one of the following, if true, would best complement the passage finding? So some people, for many students, this is easy to understand, but students who are coming from Hindi medium, okay, they often tend to find this type of question very challenging. Okay, so you need to be mindful of, or need to be aware of, what the question exactly means, and as per that instruction you need to do your actions. Okay, whether it is trying to whether the question is trying to ask the positive part, the negative part, okay, you need to understand that properly. Okay, so these are the challenges which an aspirant often faces. Now, fourth is do not bring outside knowledge. This is also very common. Why? Because suppose there is a passage on global warming, right? You must have read n number of articles on global warming, okay? And what happens is, when you are solving, or on the D-Day during the examination, you are solving any question, or even in mocks it happens. Okay, while solving the mocks also it happens. If you are solving the mocks, and or even on the day of examination, you tend to bring your knowledge, your previous knowledge, or the knowledge you have already acquired on that topic. You should never do this. You should never do this. You should think RC like you should be a chef. What all recipes, what all ingredients you are getting, आपको उतने से ही डिश बनाना है. आपको एक्स्ट्रा रेसिपी या एक्स्ट्रा कुछ इंग्रेडिएंट्स नहीं लाना, बिकॉज आपके पास अगर 5 इंग्रेडिएंट्स है तो उसी से कुछ अच्छा बनाना. आपको आउटसाइड नॉलेज को यूज नहीं करना है. सो प्लीज बी माइंडफुल ऑफ दिस एंड बेयर दिस इन माइंड. ओके, अगर आपको नॉलेज है, इफ यू नो समथिंग अबाउट द टॉपिक, डू नॉट यूज और ट्राई टू like read the passage with that point of view. It can lead you to a trap. You can do blunder in the examination, right? Now our final and last point is do not make assumption. Do not make assumption. See, what happens is that for example, author is trying to ask you something as per the details or the data given in the passage, right? You try to assume something, you try to make assumptions on your own, but you should not make any assumptions on your own. You should be specific, you should be sticking to the details as per given in the passage. Assumptions are forbidden for solving the reading comprehension. You should never assume something कि ऐसा हुआ होगा या ऐसा हो सकता है या ऐसा author बोलना चाहता. No, this is forbidden. Okay, whatever data, whatever details, जितना भी दिया हुआ है उस passage में, you have to take reference from that details itself, no other thing. Assume करके चलोगे तो गड़बड़ हो जाएगी. So I hope these 5 points were helpful for you. I'll be coming from with some more tips and tricks and with some examples, some previous year questions. So please guys, like and share this video to your friends who are preparing for CAT and any other examination. So till then, happy learning and bye for now.